I love high quality tools. That's why I show you what I always have with me on building sites and what I typically have in front of the cabinet. Let's kick it off with a well-known German brand, Knipex. It's a multi-tool, so I don't like to carry around lots of individual tools in my bag. So I have here a scissor, a cable scissor to easily cut wires, even thicker ones, super easy with no effort. Then you can unstrip the most common diameters here. Then you have a super nice grip here. Next I have Yokari unstripping tools in numerous different versions. Basically they're just for different cable types, different diameters. You have a scissor or a knife in here which nicely cuts, but not too deep, the isolation. Then you have it like this. Then you have an end stop here with different diameters. Then you can unstrip them super fast and always on the exact length that we typically need for vagos and other stuff. If you ever face the situation that you want to dismantle it a little longer or a little more of the cable, then I typically put it like this, okay, next piece, so always small pieces to pull them off. But this also has another feature, and with this little knife you can cut through the isolation, and then you can unstrip it super fast. What I forgot is to first have the front or the beginning, and then you have super long dismantled cable. Next is my Weidmüller Stripbox. It's for unstripping, and you can set the depth or the length of the unstripping here. Can be used for thicker diameters as well. Boom. Super easy, super fast. You can cut the single wires, and if you do a lot of unstripping in a cabinet, then this is super handy. It's super easy. It does not require to be so careful and put it in the correct one and then do it one by one, and then it simply does the job faster. Then I have my crimping tool from Knipex. I have lots of them in my repertoire. This one I have since ages. I unstripped it a little too long. That's a super professional solution, because once there is a screw, for example, a screw connection, pressing with the screw on the single wires, then the screw itself pushes the wires apart, you have a bad connection, high resistance, and then this could burn. Then I have my isolated screwdrivers, but they are also a little bit special because you can interchange the inserts here. Let me show you. They are from Vera, the most common ones I always have with me, and this is in the bigger bag. And in here you have all the different things, and you can just switch them if you need. But isn't this stupid to always change it? In the workshop, yes. But if you're walking around on building sites or in front of the cabinet and stuff, then you are happy not having 20 of those with you, but just this simple little box here. That was everything in here. Now let's get to this one for measurement. That's like, I mean, to be honest, sometimes I run around like this. You can test if there is a connection. For instance, if we have these terminal blocks and we would like to know if there is a connection from this end to that end. And yes, there is. You can also measure the voltages, 23.8 volt. Same goes for high voltage. With the vagos, you can go in there. Even if you just have one pin connected, then you still see, there is power. You see the sign on the camera? And if you add the second one to it on the neutral, then we see, okay, 230 volt. There is also the option to press those buttons here, and then there is a connection from here to here. So I could test the RCD when I go from here to the protective earth, and then I press the buttons, which I should not because the camera is on the same socket line. Then I can test sockets and RCDs as well. Oh wow, that's incredible. You will love it. That's a testing device for network cables. That's super cheap. It's like $10. It's not a professional network tester for gigabit and stuff. Just to make sure if you have cables, which you've maybe assembled yourself with this keystone stuff. And then you might know there is A and B, which standard is used, maybe the wires are twisted. So this is just a simple tool with two ends, which you can turn on. And then you see on the screen if the 8 connection points and the shielding is in the exact same order. And if you see if it jumps over a digit, then there is a cable broken. If it switches between the digits, then you might have mixed the A and B variant. Then, haha, the mafia tool. I have a super old and shit pipe. So let's see. You see it's still getting bent a little. I'm hoping for the best, but Knipex never unfinish the job. Super nice cut. This can also be used for plumbing stuff like those plastic water pipes, but to me I mainly use it for super thick cables or plastic pipes like these. Otherwise there is some super niche tools in there. You want to see them? Yeah, okay. There is like these, and I have the classical one, then I have a pipe cutter, a super special one for cutting pipes but not the cable inside. You know what my biggest fear in life is? That my wife sells the tools for the price I told her I bought them for. Do you know this? Here more Yukaris. Yeah, here for network, there's a dedicated networking tool to push the cables in those push-in connectors. That's for LAN and patch panels and stuff. If you need a job to be done super often, then you need the perfect tool built for it. Like here, this cable scissor. This is better than this scissor in here. But if I imagine running around with this cable scissor and this, and then maybe this here as well, and then I need to unstrip it here, so maybe this one here, then I have lots of stuff which is combined here. That's why if I do lots of things, I need the perfect one, and if I'm running around on site, then I use this one. Last tool I want to show you is my test boy. Sadly, it happens super often that the customers and nobody knows where which cable goes. So this, I can tell you, works super fine. Yeah, finally, this one is it. This one here is the sender. You just put it on the cable, and then with the receiver, once you press the scan. After some searching, I found it. It's this one here, this loop here, going up to this switch button here, and then going into the dining and kitchen area, just to this socket. Last but not least, this is also cool. It comes with a belt, but also you can release it. It's from Bosch, so you can put this off super fast. If you have to crawl somewhere or bend down, go on your knees, pull some cables, it's not nice to have it on permanently. And for this Bosch bag, it's also nice, wow, it's heavy, because down here you have the Bosch sustainer connection here. I can just connect it to the other tools I have. I could spend so much money on tools, and I'm afraid I have. Links down below. This supports me and the channel. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Your crazy Austrian automation guy.